Yes, I will have you. I will find a way, and I will have you. Like a butterfly, or a wild butterfly, I will collect you and capture you. You are an obsession, you're my obsession. Who do you want me to be, to make you stay with me? You are an obsession, you're my obsession. Who do you want me to be, to make you stay with me? I feed you, I drink you, my day and my night. I need you, my soul, no candlelight. You protest, you won't leave. Hello, everyone. Good evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever the hell you are. How are you? Doing good here. A little bit of cabin fever. I am getting to work 4 days a week, so that's pretty good. But I think I'm a workaholic because I'm used to working like 6, 7 days a week. I know a lot of you guys are really happy to see me, especially my haters. Hello. That can't stand to watch me, but yet they do. I don't get it. How is everyone? Has anyone been keeping up with true crime? I know I have not. The only thing I have been keeping up with is COVID-19, which is the big thing going on right now. Well, pretty much it's changed our world in so many ways. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Dodie. Elysian. Hello, Lady Lucky and Ready and Waiting. Good. Glad to see you here. Welcome, everyone. Here for my can't even get 1,000 views. But I don't think I really care about the views as long as my loyal fans and supporters. I would like to make this disclaimer right off the bat. I am not responsible for anything anyone says except myself. If someone is a subscriber to my channel, I cannot stop them from going somewhere and making comments. So the disclaimer is, I am only responsible for what I say. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to puff on my cigarette. I'm going to drink my Red Bull and I'm going to say whatever the hell I want. And I'm going to be nice to the people that's nice to me. And I'm going to be an asshole to the people that are assholes to me. I'll treat you the way you treat me. How's that? But anyway, Maeve, doing good. How about yourself? Was off work for a couple weeks. I am back now. Only working 4 days a week. Have to wear a mask at work. It was optional up until actually starts tomorrow. It is mandatory that you have to wear a mask. Hello, B. Shelligan. Christy May, Jeannie, Satin B, Simone. Nice to see you guys. I don't really have any true crime, of course. According to some people, never did. But anyways, I haven't been keeping up with true crime, really. Not anything, really. Basically, COVID-19 has changed our world, has changed our lives. Social distancing, it's a term you hear every day now. Stay 6 feet away. It's just crazy to me how quickly this all came about. When you think of even 2, 3, 4 months ago, you could go to a ball game, you could go to a social gathering. I don't know about other states, but in Kentucky, they have pretty much stopped any social gathering. Churches, bars, anything like that is a no-go. If you are caught, you are violating an executive order from the governor. I don't know if I agree with that or not, but
It's the way it is. And other than that, doing well. Some people say that I wanted to find out their information, and that is correct. I did want to find out some people's information, and there was reasons I wanted to find out people's information. However, I do not condone or support anyone being abusive to anyone attacking anyone. I think you should defend yourself if you are attacked. But please do not attack anyone on my behalf. I'm asking you nicely, please. Don't do that. And when you go after someone's family, somebody's probably going to want to find out who you are. Maybe not everybody, but I know I did. And that's the only reason. But like I said, disclaimer, I am only responsible for the words I say, not anyone else, none of my subscribers, and I don't support anyone attacking anyone. I support defending yourself if you have to. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. Christy May says she's bored out of her mind. She was singing a few hours ago while scrolling YouTube. Hopefully, Ron pops up tonight, and hey, you are. Yay. Well, good. I think everyone is pretty much bored right now. Hello, Tricia. How are you tonight? Hello, Mrs. Kelly. Just hello to everyone. If I miss your name because it's scrolling by, I'm sorry, but hello to you. Cheryl AK, hello. How are you tonight? I don't know what to say. I really don't. People will send me links of stuff that I watch, and I just can't believe how you could blame someone for something someone else says. That blows my mind. I don't know. But I'll be honest with you, that's your problem. It's not my problem. I said a while back, and I said it again tonight. I'll treat you the way you treat me. Oh, nothing, Christy May. Just someone sent me a video today. Just a lot of negative comments. And I think, and this is not about me, this is someone else on YouTube that I'm talking about here. No one called me a child molester, but I have heard the term child molester being thrown around about certain people. And I think that is a disgusting thing to say when you have absolutely no proof. You're just, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but be careful when you say stuff like that about people, because you could ruin somebody's life, ruin somebody's reputation. It's one thing if you don't agree with what they say on their channel, but guys, it's really simple. If you don't like someone's channel, don't watch it. If it drives you crazy to watch that person on YouTube, don't watch them. It's simple. I don't get it. Hello, Donna E. How are you? It's Saturday night. Where's everybody going? Oh, that's right. We're all staying in the house. Nowhere to go. I know in Kentucky, you pretty much can't even go to church right now. Absolutely, Evelyn. I agree with that completely. If you make an accusation like that against someone, hello, Angelina. And I just want to say I don't wish death upon anyone. We're all going to die. It's a fact of life. And I don't wish a death on anyone, and I don't condone anyone else wishing death on anyone. I think we've all said things in the heat of the moment, or when you're upset, that you go back and say, "Damn, I wish I hadn't said that." And I think if there's anyone, even in this room watching right now, knows exactly. Oh, Carolyn. Oh, by the way, guys, I had to rehome Scrappy, which is sad because I got really attached to him. But let me explain what happened. Um, I don't know if Scrappy had been locked up somewhere or shut in a room. Um, I only had him for a few days, and when I would leave to go to work, he would absolutely just go into a panic. He tore the blinds completely down. He dug into the door unbelievably with his fingernails. Um, he tore up a couch cushion, and I thought, well, maybe he needs to be, put in a crate. I have a really large crate. So the next day I put him in a crate with like a puppy bed and water and food. And he literally destroyed everything inside that cage. Um, so I found a home where somebody is home all the time. That's what Scrappy needs. He's actually just up the street from me. I can actually go and see him anytime I want. The girl that took him, she basically is home all the time, and that's what he needs because he couldn't be left alone. I don't know if it was anxiety or if someone had locked him up in a bathroom or something. Um, like I said, he was. I'm thinking he was probably 2, 3, 4 years old, if I had to guess. I'm sure he wasn't a puppy; he was full grown, but I don't think he was like an older dog. So I don't know. And he was bad to take off running and get in the street. And he needed a home with a yard or a fenced yard. And it's really sad because I got attached to him the few nights he was here. Um, he would sleep right. He was actually get in like the smallest place. Like actually, he fell asleep on the couch, and I had my back. You know how you like lay on your side and your back's up against the couch. Well, I was laying like that, and he got down between my back and the back of the couch, and it was such a tight fit. I don't even see how he could breathe, and he laid there all night like that. And he was a good dog. He was housebroken. When he needed to go out, he would get up and walk straight to the door, and he would just look up at you. He would go out, use the bathroom, and he would come to the door and scratch to come back in. So he was really a good dog, and I hated to see him go. But the fact is, I don't know if a dog can have a heart attack or anything like that. I've never heard of it. I don't know. But it's almost like he got upset to the point where I thought he could possibly have a heart attack as a dog. No, I have not watched Tiger King. I've heard everyone talk about it. I've watched reviews on it on YouTube. Um, Hello, Sherry Braun. Um, so, hello, trauma nurse. How are you tonight? Uh, so anyway, he has a good home. He's right up the street. He has a fence. The girl, I see her walking him all the time. She has another dog. Um, Scrappy is a really like affectionate, loving dog, and this other dog is kind of like a dog, like leave me alone. It's kind of like a dog that's a cat that really just don't want anything to do with anybody. So Scrappy wants to play, and she doesn't. And I guess apparently she's just like a woman, a girl dog. She puts Scrappy in his place, and he'll leave her alone. Um, but I see him walking up and down the street, and I can go see him anytime I want. And it's pretty nice fit. He's got someone that's with him all the time, and I think that's what he needed, because he just got completely. Yeah, I've heard that, Mrs. Skelly, that I actually got rid of Netflix. Is the reason I haven't watched it. I've watched reviews on it on YouTube, and it really just sounds like a show that I probably would not get into. I'm just being honest. I don't know. It just doesn't sound like the show for me. I got into watching Lockup last night on National Geographic, and I used to watch that show. It used to come on every Friday night, and I don't know when they put it back on, but I was actually going to scroll through the channels and go watch SmackDown, WWE SmackDown. And as I went through, I seen Lockup, and I ended up watching like 3 or 4 episodes of that. Got really interested in that, so I just watched 3 or 4 episodes, and I had missed it. I think it's funny, I told you guys about my criminal record, and I always thought it was really funny. Where I learned about the show Lockup was in jail, and what I couldn't understand is in jail everybody wanted to watch Lockup, and I'm sitting here thinking, we're in jail. Who the hell wants to watch Lockup? But anyway, every Friday night, that's what they watched, was Lockup in jail, and I just thought it was crazy. Damn trauma nurse, a 45% increase in positive C19 in just over 48 hours. I know one thing. I've heard the name Carol Baskin a lot, and from just what I've heard, like I said, I haven't watched the show, but from what I've heard, apparently she doesn't like this guy named Joe Exotic or something like that because he has tigers in cages. But then someone said that she also has tigers in cages. So I don't understand it, but I guess, like I said, I just don't think it would be a show that I would get interested in just from what I've seen in the reviews. Anybody in the Happy Easter, guys? Happy Good Friday. Has anybody that's in the chat right now, has anyone tested positive for COVID-19? I just can't believe how quickly our world changed. It's just unbelievable. Pandemic. If you want to check out some stuff on YouTube, go back and watch stuff on YouTube about previous pandemics. The one in apparently there was one in like 1720, 1820, 1920, and now 2020. And the one in 1920 was the Spanish flu. And apparently it killed off quite a bit of the world's population. I told you guys the last time, the lady that's up there with Trump talking, I guess she's the head of the CDC or the Surgeon General or some kind of spokesperson. But apparently, best case scenario, they're saying 200,000 to 300, or 100,000 to 240,000 deaths in the United States. Best case scenario. It's really scary right now, guys. I know today, not less than today, it was yesterday, I went to Walmart and there was a husband and a wife in front of me, and they wouldn't let both of them go in. They said one person per household, and they both just turned around and walked away. Donna E., yes, I seen that Will from Channel 411 had COVID-19. And I heard that there was people questioning him on that. I think that's really sad that someone on YouTube has to prove their illness. And I'll say this: showing all your medications does not prove you are terminal. Um, I never said anyone wasn't terminal. I know my words get twisted a lot. Um, what I said was is what I said was is if I was terminal, I would not be concerned with a person on YouTube that I'm never going to meet, has nothing to do with me. I just don't get it. They sit there and say that I drive them crazy, but yet they're watching my videos the whole time they're filming theirs, which just doesn't make sense to me. When I did my parodies of AD, I had fun doing them. I thought I got a lot of humor from AD. I thought when he got excited and really upset that it was very funny, and I found a lot of humor in it. I never really wanted to hurt anyone with my parodies or anything like that. Uh, so I don't know. But the thing is, guys, I'm going to tell you, and like I said, I've said it, I'm going to say it several times throughout this video. I'm going to repeat myself. I'm not responsible for anything anyone says except myself. Even my subscribers, they are grown adults. Um, I cannot control 4,000 people and what they say. I'm sure every channel is probably going to get somebody that might be a little bit out there and go to other channels and say stuff, but I can't help that. I don't even know where this person lives. I will just say I don't condone it, and I'm asking people not to attack anyone. And that's basically all I can do. And if you're not satisfied with that, then I don't know what to tell you. Maybe get off YouTube. There's an old saying that says if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. So you put yourself on a public platform just like I did, and people looked up information about me. I think I've always been pretty much straightforward and told everyone the truth, I felt like. And I like when people say they go after discrepancies, but yet there'll be 100 discrepancies in their videos that aren't right. Does anyone have anything in particular they would like to talk about? Anyone? Hello, Lainey. Anyone I haven't said hello to? Hello. Yes, thank you to all the nurses and doctors and people that are out there, first responders. Thank you guys, soldiers, people on the front lines of this pandemic. Go ahead, Cheryl AK. Truckers, yes, let's not forget truckers, Jeannie. Oh, nothing in particular, Mrs. Kelly. Just someone says that I'm after them, but yet every video they have is about me. So cashiers, yes, cashiers at stores. Positive energy, love and light, and many blessings to all. We are all of love. And guys, the thing about it is, with this COVID-19, we're in a pandemic. We have other things that we should be worried about besides what's going on YouTube. You know what I mean? It really should put this COVID-19 really should put everything that's in perspective to me. What I think, that's just my opinion. Um, yes, I know, Tricia. I see. That's the link someone sent me today, a 34-minute video blaming me for something apparently a subscriber of mine said that I have absolutely no control over. I'm not sure. Um, can you refresh my memory, Sherry Braun? Shirley cases, burglary and theft is down in my town, but domestic violences and assaults are up. I was thinking about that the other day. I thought about with couples being hoarded up in their house. I was thinking that domestic violence calls to the police departments was probably way up. Um, well, thank you, Laney. It's nice to see all you guys again. Yes, that is correct, Tricia. That is what's going on. I don't even know who this Ron Pickering or Pickerton, whatever his name is. I have no idea. And I'm not responsible for what he says in the future. I can't control him. It's silly that if you have these very serious illnesses that you say you have, um, thank you, Sherry Brown. I appreciate that. Um, that's a good question, Christy May. Is how did Gannon get to Florida? I've wondered that myself. Um, what do you think? How do you think he got to Florida? I think I actually do remember that now, Sherry, and thank you. Yeah, Mrs. Kelly or Jerry, it had stopped for a long time, um, but apparently it has started back again today. Um, yeah, someone sent me a link. She made a new one today, blaming me for something one of my subs um, said. Apparently, he's emailing her. So how did he get her email? It just looked like that from what she showed on the video. Um, from what I understand, and I don't know, um, from what this lady says in her videos, is she has a terminal illness. Um, apparently, people on my channel, I can't read every comment that somebody posts. I don't know what kind of lives some of these people has, but it's not possible for me to watch every video. And hello, Lady Luck, and thank you. Um, but I don't have the time, and I don't want to anyway, watch every video on YouTube, and I don't read every comment. And if you have the time to do that, that's we're free here in America. We have the right to do what we want to do. If we want to sit on YouTube and watch videos all day long, that's our prerogative. But the thing of it is I haven't said anything. I'm not going to say anything. Um, people say they demand an explanation from me, and that's just not going to happen. I don't owe you an explanation. People like Tricia that paid the lady's electric bill, she made the whole donation to pay this lady's electric bill. Me and her have emailed back and forth. I think I have showed her the proof that this lady's electric bill was paid. And in my opinion, that's the only person that I need to show proof to. She's the lady that made the whole payment. She donated $400 to PayPal to pay this lady's electric bill. And hello, it's me. How are you tonight? Yes, please. I think it's lovely that before I even come on, I already have a thumbs down. I think that's awesome. That is really good. But please, if you don't care, like the video. I'm gonna be. Nope, I already got it. 23 likes. Let's see here. Yeah, the thing about it is, guys, my everything I say gets twisted. It's not what I say. I never, ever, ever made a video about anthrax. Never. I never, ever, ever made a video about white powder. Never. There was a post on my Facebook page about white powder. It was a post. So if you're going to be the queen of discrepancies and you're going to put the truth out there, at least have the truth right. It wasn't a video, it was a post on Facebook. Happy Easter to everyone. Yeah, Trista, she likes to play the victim for sure. That is true, Sarah. But the thumbs down still help me a lot. Haters gonna hate. That's very true, Mrs. Kelly. Haters are gonna hate. Well, thank you. It's me. I bet you look amazing too. Trolls are gonna troll. Hello, sweet Bilby. How are you tonight? I just think it's funny. Well, not funny, comical. I have 172 videos on my channel, and I don't know if there's very many that I mention her, but almost every video on her channel is about me. So, you tell me, guys, who's bothering who? I've never said anything about this lady's terminal illness. I don't believe that she proved anything by showing her medications. If she wants to be the queen of discrepancies, um, I don't know if her video is still up, but there's a video where she says, I called her pain management doctor, which is absolutely 100% a lie. And then apparently I called her pain management doctor before I knew who she was. Then I doxed her. And she said in one of her videos she was going to show the proof that I called her pain management doctor. And I have yet to see this video because there is no way in hell. I swear it on 100 Bibles. I have never called anyone on the phone whatsoever, emailed, or anything to her pain management doctor. I don't care what she does with her medication. I didn't even watch the video where she showed her medication. I seen parts of it, and I never watched the whole thing because I don't care what medication she takes, and I don't care what doctor she sees, and I have not called. So, Sherry, Ron, I agree with that statement completely. I don't know how. Um, yeah, Donna E, probably the truth. Yeah, Mrs. Kelly, I agree completely. Um, if um, in her video today, she makes the statement that she wasn't able to have kids, and that's bad, um, especially if you wanted to have kids. But not having kids, you probably don't understand um, what kind of nerve it strikes when you mention someone's child on your videos, um, and you say that my child should not be allowed in my house around white powder when I've never ever said there was white powder in my house. And also, just so you know, um, we have joint custody. Um, so, your opinion that she should not be allowed around me or in my house is not up to you. I'm her father and her mother, and we work together on co parenting, and we always have, and hopefully we always will. But um, you have no say in that. So I wanted to say this on my live that she said today that I'm attacking her. That is the furthest thing from the truth. I don't make any videos about her. I'm addressing what she keeps saying. No, I don't even have flour. I might have powdered sugar, Mrs. Kelly. But I don't have flour. I don't cook that much to need flour. If I have biscuits, I'll get the ones that are already made in a bag or something. But if you're going to call yourself the queen of discrepancies and you're going to provide nothing but the truth, make sure you put the truth out there. Oh, and I sniffled. I must have just snorted a pill. It's just unbelievable the stuff that people say. It's comical, and I think it's funny. I sit back and I laugh about it. The fact that some of the stuff they say. If I sniffle, they swore up and down one night that they seen white powder on my nose, and they talk about how I stole from my sister, and I came out and made a video about my criminal history. I I'm the one that put that information out there. It's not something I'm proud of. Um, I don't know if any of you guys have ever suffered from addiction, but when you're addiction, you are not the person that you really are. You're someone else. You'll do anything to make that sickness go away. Um, Addiction is a terrible thing. For someone to say that they spoke to someone in my family and said that I did not go to rehab, I don't know who put that information out there, but why would I say I went to rehab for 6 months and not have gone? Actually, I was in rehab for 3 months, and then I become what's called a house coordinator, where I would take the guys that were new in the rehab to the grocery store to get their groceries, and I was allowed to have a cell phone and things like that. So I don't know who put that information out there, but I mean, you heard it from the horse's mouth. I did go to rehab. I mean, I don't know why someone would lie about going to rehab. Um, I did get in trouble one time in rehab, but it was not over drugs. It was over smoking. At the rehab I was at, you wasn't allowed to smoke. And when I first went in, I snuck to the dumpster and smoked a cigarette. And I was told on because in rehab, I don't know if any of you guys have ever been in rehab, but one of the things that's major in rehab is keep your brother or your sister accountable, hold them accountable for what they do. They make sure you know it's not called ratting, you're not snitching, you're holding your brother slash sister accountable for their actions. And someone held me accountable that I went and smoked at the dumpster, and I was rolled up. No, Jerry, I'm still smoking. I'm sorry, Angelina. I apologize. Um, it just gets old when people say, well, I'm not going to cover it anymore. And then here they go again. And the fact this person said that they were used, and people that put her up to this have turned their back on her, and yet she's still coming after me when I have done absolutely nothing to this woman except I will tell you, I did want to find out who she was. I wanted to know her name. I didn't care about her address or her phone number or anything like that, but I wanted to know her name because I wanted to know who was talking about my daughter. My daughter's 13 years old. And people say, well, you mentioned your daughter. Well, she's my daughter. I have the right to mention her. The person that I'm talking about, you do not have the right to mention my daughter. She's not your daughter. She's my daughter. And if I want to talk about her, I will. But that doesn't give you the right to talk about her. And I would appreciate it if you would really shut the hell up about my daughter. And just because you don't mention her by name doesn't mean anything. And for you to say that you've never said anything negative about her, you want to say that you come out with nothing but the truth, you're a liar. You lie about all kinds of stuff. Don't come on and say you're the queen of discrepancies when a lot of your stuff is lies too. And you know what I'm talking about. You know I did not call your pain management doctor. Lycian says, Braun, I was in treatment for addiction to prescription drugs after I had major surgery. I was laid up for 6 months in pain and such. Those oxys are awesome. Yep, I said it, been clean for 10 years. Yeah, that's what I was addicted to. You know, people say there's no such thing as perk 30s. They might not actually be Percocet 30 milligrams. I'm pretty sure they're oxycodone. But on the street, the name we used to call was perk 30s. If you got any perk 30s, that's just what the name of it was. It's like if you talk about marijuana and you say grass or just any slang name, doesn't mean that I'm actually using the medical term. So I just everything I say gets twisted up and turned, and I said this and I said that, or Ronnie Pickering it, which I don't even know who Ron, whatever the hell his name is. I don't know who he is, and I'm not responsible for what he says. Yeah, Blue M's, the A215s. That's what they was when I was hooked on them. And this is just my opinion, ladies and gentlemen. If I was terminal and I had a year to live and there was a pandemic and I was considered high risk, why would you spend your last year going after someone on YouTube that you don't really even know. You act like you do and you think you do, but you don't. You don't know me. So, I mean, and now she'll say, oh, he said not terminal. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying use your last year of your life to do something other than worry about if I'm lying or telling the truth. What does it matter? You know, you talk about I took pictures of my private and sent it out to everyone. No, I did not. That's false. Why don't you go after the people that released my private emails? Why don't you go after those people? Why don't you go after the people that got you to do this and then turn their back on you? But anyway, guys, I said what I wanted to say, got a little bit off my chest. Just so you know, I don't watch all your videos. I don't. I watched the whole 34-minute one today, and I actually laughed several times because of the things that you said that were way off, wasn't factual, and you want to say you put the truth out and you're the queen of discrepancies, or you're going to clear up the discrepancies. But yet I made a video about white powder. Not true. 100% false. That was a post on Facebook. So you don't even know what you're talking about. If you're going to at least come out and say that you're going to spit the truth, at least know the truth. Know what you're talking about. And you're sitting there looking at me, watching me on YouTube, talking about how crazy I drive you. That makes no sense. Turn me off. Don't watch me. Wouldn't that be the sensible thing to do? Oh my gosh, I can't stand watching this person. I don't know what's going on. But I think it's weird when you sit and watch somebody on YouTube. You're making a video and you're screaming. Um, I don't know. I don't get it. See, the thing is I get sent links and I see this, um, but I don't enjoy her channel. I know her channel is like 98% about me, so apparently I'm not that interested in me. I spend time with me every day, so I'm just not interested, so I just don't watch. And that's my advice to you. Don't watch. Spend the last year of your life doing something you enjoy, something positive for yourself. Well, I love you too, Mrs. Kelly. Thank you. Yeah, it's sweet, Bilby. It's at the point where one day it'll be 70 degrees, and then the next night it'll be snowing. Well, thank you, Alicia. That's very kind of you to say. Yes, we need to get back to laughing. We need to do parodies. We need to find someone to do parodies. I actually, talking about this. Where are you at, Jerry? Because I'm sitting here by two windows, and I just heard the rain hitting the windows, and now it stopped. So I don't know if it just tapered down or if it's not raining at all anymore. Need to look at the radar really quick because I didn't even know it was supposed to rain tonight. But apparently it is. $55 degrees and a rain shower. Yeah, there was one rain shower. Pretty much right over top of the town I'm in. Oh, it's almost like a thunderstorm. Oh, you can't see that because of the green screen. That's pretty cool. Kansas. KU. I did do one parody of her Laney, and then I kind of felt bad about doing it, so I took it off. Got through the winter without a furnace. Damn. I haven't been watching AD lately, Tricia. I don't know, Elysian. I don't know. I've never tried that. That'd be pretty cool if I could, wouldn't it? Oh, thank you, Don. That's very nice of you to say. Kentucky Jayhawks, LOL. Thank you, Donna. That's very nice. Oh, you was hit by a tornado? Damn. I think I remember you saying that. I don't know, Lacey, and I need to check into that. That'd be pretty cool if I could put the radar up on the green screen. And for the longest time, I heard about the green screen. Oh, he collected $500 for a green screen. I didn't collect anywhere near $500 for a green screen. It wasn't even close to $500. And then people said, "Oh, he didn't get a green screen." Blah, 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 blah. And now there's a green screen, and they say, "Well, all he does is sit there and change pictures and stuff on his green screen. Plays with his green screen." You just can't make some people happy. These people are, I'm single, and I really, can't. I'm not complaining. I guess I wouldn't be single if I didn't want to be. But I can see why a lot of these women are single, because who would sit and want to listen to that shit all the time? It's just like, shut the hell up, for God's sake. We've heard you in all 38 of your videos. You've said the same thing, demanding answers, and I'm not going to give you any answers. The people that donated money I've talked to, and I just don't understand how you can not even give a penny, and then you're going to come on and demand answers. Oh, they donated $500 to a green screen. I think there was like less than $100 donated to a green screen. I'm pretty sure. So, and then old Horsehead Rogers said, "Yeah, green screens are $500. And I'm sitting there thinking, where in the hell is she shopping for a green screen at? You can put a damn green sheet up. It's not the damn green screen that puts up like what I've got up. It's the software on StreamYard that I'm using right now that has that up in the background." So just the shit that is said, it's unreal. It's comical. I do find a lot of it comical. So I'm not sure it's me. I haven't been watching. Like I said, someone sent me the link today, and it was 34 minutes long, and I thought, good God, who could make a video about me being 34 minutes long? And then they talk. His supporters are crazy women, and they're all after him. And I'm sitting here thinking, really? You got a year to live, and that's what you're worried about? Really? 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 Very sad. Very sad, really. He probably needs to adjust his contrast, Sweet Bilby. I'm not sure. No, Jerry, I haven't been following any true crime cases at all. The only thing I've been keeping up with is COVID-19, because I think it is I mean, it's definitely the dominant news story right now. No, that's okay, Trisha. That's what they say, Trisha. That's not my words. That's what they say. Um, but I really missed March Madness. I don't know if you guys are basketball fans or not, but here in Kentucky, you're pretty much born a Kentucky Wildcats fan. That's just the way it is. Um, and not having March Madness was really different this year. Um, no, I haven't watched him, Sweet Bilby. I've just been pretty much watching, like my governor, the governor of my state, Andy Bashir. He gives a daily press conference every day at 5 o'clock um, with the updates to how many cases there are now in Kentucky, um, how many deaths there are. Most of the deaths that's been in Kentucky to COVID-19 is they've had underlying health conditions. They've had other things wrong with them. Yeah, it's me. That's true. At least we have wrestling, if it is even in an empty arena. Braun Strowman is now the Universal Champion. Uh, I really enjoyed the match between the Fiend and Bray Wyatt and John Cena at WrestleMania. Gonzaga Bulldogs. Yeah, I keep up with basketball really good because, like I said, in Kentucky, you're pretty much born a Kentucky Wildcats fan in basketball. And it was really odd not having uh, March Madness. There's not been a lot of young people die here in the state of Kentucky, Sweet Milby. It's mostly older people with other health issues besides COVID 19. I think so too. It's me. They're going to get it on. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Christy, man. I agree completely. I just hope that martial law is not declared. Tar Heels, whoa, easy now. Golly, did y'all hear my stomach growl just then? I think I need to go get me something to eat. But anyway, guys, it's been an hour, and I have to work tomorrow, so I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow. Okay, Christy May. If you don't care, send it to my John Bach III Facebook profile because I don't check the Braun Moxley one a lot. I'm not on there very much. Thank you, Jerry, and safe to you too. Okay, sure. Email me again about that, please. Thank you, Elysian. I love you guys too. And like I said, one more time, I'm going to say it. I'm not responsible for what anyone says except myself. I can't control anyone's words, mouth, actions. Thank you, Tricia Blades. I appreciate that very much. Um, Yeah, I read that earlier, Christy May. I seen that. Thank you for sending that to me. All right, will do, Angelina. Thank you, guys. Thanks everyone for joining us. Thank you, Tricia, for the super sticker. That's pretty neat because used to I couldn't see the super stickers on the StreamYards app. Usually, one of my mods would tell me that I had received a sticker. Um, so apparently, I can see the stickers, the super stickers now on StreamYards. So thank you for that. Thank you, Christy May. I read that earlier and seen that. Um, I'll just put it to you like this, guys. If you don't hear it from me, take it with a grain of salt. If there's anything you want to ask me, and you're not being like a smart ass about it or blah, 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 then say, hey, did this happen or blah. Well, hey, Christy, I know I'm bored too. Um, I don't know if I'm a workaholic or what, but I'm used to working like 6 days a week usually. I always like to have at least one day off. But for a while, we were working 7 days a week. And now working 4 days a week, I'm for 3 days off. I'm bored. I've watched so much wrestling on WWE Network that it's unbelievable. It's hard to believe there's that much wrestling on the WWE Network, but there is. Um, but hey, I miss you too. It's me. I really do. I thought about messaging you the other night and talking to you about wrestling, but I thought you would uh, probably be busy or something. Scrappy Doo, Sweet Bilby had to be rehomed. After I stopped the video, just go back to the first. I explained everything about what happened. He had to be rehomed because he suffered really bad from panic when I would leave and go to work, or if I would just leave and go to the store. He tore the blinds off the wall, off the windows, and yes, we should. I know the channel's like supposed to be like true crime, but I haven't been keeping up with true crime lately. And I was actually thinking about this today, and I mean, you guys can tell me this, what you guys think about this, is maybe having it like true crime slash wrestling. I don't know how many of you, I know it's me, is are wrestling fans. Um, yes, Mirko, that is very true. And how are you? Not much. What's up with you? Um, yeah, there's a lot of reasons I haven't been on. You know, my daughter asked me if when she was here, if I would not do YouTube while she was here, and I agreed with that. I don't know. She just asked me to do that, and she's 13. This is the time of her life. She's never going to be this age ever again. And for her to ask me that, I went along with that. Well, thank you, Lainey. I need to try to get some people to do parodies of. I don't know. We really should bring the channel back to what it was before all the craziness hit. um, and I'll be the first to admit I got caught up in the drama. And I think a lot of it went to my head. Um, and well, thank you, Shirley AK. That's very nice of you. My sassy. I'm not going to say any names. If somebody wants to type the name in the comments, you can do that. But I'm not going to. There's 3 or 4 of them. I thank you. It's me. Appreciate that. And I know I have a lot of supporters. I still have over 4,000 subscribers. People say, "Oh, all his subscribers have left. That's why he doesn't show them." No, I don't show them because it seems like as soon as I hit 1,000 and was monetized, that's when like all the drama just started up, and I was like, "Holy shit!" If that, it just seemed like it went hand in hand. I got monetized, and everybody kind of found all my faults when I had put a lot of my faults already out there. I mean, I'm on a public platform. Um, if you put yourself on a public platform, um, you should expect to be um, called out on certain things, and I'm fine with that. A lot of the stuff that was said was just complete bullshit. I love your English accent in those glasses. Hee hee. I don't even know if I could do my English accent anymore. I haven't done it in so long. So I don't know. It's like hillbilly English. It's like Southern drawl. Well, thank you, Angelina. I try to be. And I know there was, years that I wasn't in my daughter's life. And when people throw that up in my face, that hurts me tremendously because I'm not going to lie. There's nothing worse you can do than to pick drugs over your children, and it's really sad, and it hurts to think back on that. Um, but it's part of who I am, and I think we've all made mistakes. I don't, in the Bible, I don't know exactly how it says, but it's something to the effect of, "Ye who is without sin can cast the first stone." Not myself or anyone can cast a stone because we all have our faults, our problems, our negative things in our life, things we've done we wish we could change. So when you think about that and you start to make your video about someone, think about that because, what gives you the right to call me out on things that I don't even know? And another thing that I think would make the channel more interesting, where I haven't really been able to keep up with true crime lately between work and the COVID-19, um, is is like having, like, say for instance, one of you guys come on with me, and I know people say, well, they can't even do research. Well, it's not that. It's just putting family first, and you got to put your priorities in line, like family first, work second, and where does YouTube come in there if you're going to do YouTube? Um, and I'll be honest, I really just don't have a lot of time to research a lot of cases. And oh yeah, I know it's me. It's terrible what happened there. Somebody was talking about earlier, how did his body get in Florida? And I've wondered that myself, and I don't know if any of you guys, some of you guys in the room might know how his body got to Florida. I just haven't heard if they've said how he got there. But hell, I don't care to stay here and talk all night with you guys. I don't have anything else to do. I just didn't want you guys to become bored with me. Hello, Pilot Pete. I think a family member helped her. She must have had an accomplice. Yeah, she had to have had somebody take his body to Florida because I don't know. Is there a time when she went to Florida? See, that's what I'm saying. I haven't had the time to find out this information. It's on the way to South Carolina, isn't it? I think she drove there. Um, she could. Florida is not far from South Carolina at all. It would be really easy if you were on your way to South Carolina to hit Florida. You would have to drop south just a little bit, but not very far at all. Joanne, how are you tonight? She disappeared for so long. It's really sad that this lady that was trusted as a stepmother and to care for this child, and it really has to hurt probably the father knowing that he brought this woman into his child's life, and she's the reason that he's dead. I couldn't imagine having that on my conscience. That I've tried to think about it. Yeah, and isn't Letitia? Isn't she called T? Doesn't she go by T? That's a little weird right there. Why you would want to be called T? Christy May says she honestly believes he was in the back of the moving truck she took to South Carolina. She made a pit stop in Florida, wanted him as far away from Colorado as possible. Yeah, Lacey, and I agree. Carolyn, he'll be haunted forever. He would have to be, knowing that he married a woman that killed his child. I guess you really, truly never know someone. I mean, really, truly. How well do we know anyone? We think we know people, but do we really? Yeah, I know, Angelina. It was just a screwed up. Like it was like a big orgy with the in-laws. It was what it sounded like. Where is she in jail at? Is she in South Carolina or is she in Colorado? Or is she somewhere else completely different? Good old smoke. I'll sit here and puff on my cigarette. Puff on them Marlboros, them high-dollar Marlboros. Colorado. Okay, thank you. Extradited. All right, appreciate that. Oh yeah, I know, Alicia. And he was, what was he, beat, stabbed, and shot? I mean, good God, Jesus Christ! It's almost like she wanted to not only just murder him, but she wanted to torture him. I mean, is what it sounds like. Or else, why would you do that many things to the child you murdered? I mean, yeah, blunt force trauma, stab, shot. Yeah, overkill. It's just like she had some sort of a grudge against this child. And what could a child? This has to show some sort of mental illness, in my opinion, because what could this child have done to make her go into such a rage to do this overkill, to do what she's done to this child? It's just exactly, Christy. It's sick. Laney said in his own bedroom, the poor child. They found some of his teeth in the board she beat him with. Good God. Uh, awesome. That's cool, trauma nurse. That's great. Christy May says she thinks she hated Landon and took it out on Gannon. And if that is the case, then that is just sickening, disgusting. Um, that's what I'm saying. When there has to be something wrong in these people's minds or their head. Hello, Wayne. How are you? Um, because I can't even imagine in my head doing that to a child. What I couldn't imagine getting in that sort of mindset to do that sort of damage to anyone. Yeah, well, Lacey and I already have it. It's posted on my True Crime Files page. Kelly Kells has it posted. I've read it. It's horrible. Yeah, and the fact that in her one interview she said after he's found, I want an apology from everyone. How sickening to say something like that when she knew. Well, thank you, Lady Hawk, 1976. I've missed you guys too. Um, yeah, Christy. Um, yeah, it's sad. Hope. I mean, he was murdered. Let's just hope and pray that the child was deceased pretty quickly, and he wasn't tortured, and then his death finally came. Let's just hope that. Um, that Welsh lady. It's terribly sad for the family and the child and just the whole way around. This woman is evil. Um, I think in cases like this, they should have special treatment where they torture the person. I mean, these people get the benefit of not having cruel and unusual punishment, and how do they get that protection when what they've done to a child that age that was in their care? Um, I really think there should be a statute in cases like these where the person is literally tortured. Um, have a doctor and nurse there to make sure they don't pass away and just torture the living hell out of them, because that's what they deserve. They need to go through what they put that child through. The fear that was in that child's mind when this was happening to him is the fear that needs to go through the person's mind that done this to this child. In my opinion, um, that's what I think. Okay, cool. Sounds good, Wayne. Ooh, y'all see that light? That's pretty cool, isn't it? And make sure they have a doctor and a nurse there and all the stuff to make sure they don't pass away. Um, and let the family in on the torture um, of the person responsible. Yeah, Sarah, I agree. Yep, you're exactly right, Sweet Bilby. She completely thought she was going to get away with it. She was definitely out of touch with reality for the simple fact she said, she wanted an apology from all these people when he was found. And she knew right then, um, when she was doing that interview, okay, cool. Take care, Wayne. Talk to you in a bit. Um, she knew when she was doing that video he was deceased and where he was located and what had caused him to be deceased. Oh, of course, Jeannie, you know she will. Absolutely, she will find religion, claim she's a different person, saved, and all that crap they do all the time. Like sometimes I have a saying, God might forgive you, but I don't. Well, I pretty much ran out of things to say, so I think I'll head off for the night. I do work tomorrow. I won't be home till about 6:30, but I'll try to come on for a little bit. We might try to get the channel rolling again, if you guys want to. Yeah, I know, Sweet Milby. Maybe she will plead out where they don't have to hear it. Maybe. I guess we'll see. Yes, thank you guys for helping me cheer up and reminding me how delusional some people are. They really are. It's sad. It's really sad. Really, really sad when you think about it. But good night to everyone. Um, Donna E says, yes, let's get the channel booming again. Yeah, but Amanda, if she knows she's guilty and they put it on the table, we won't give you the death penalty. If you, plead guilty, she'll probably go ahead and do. I mean, I don't know, but that's just what I think. Yes, Sarah. Hopefully, we'll get rolling again. We'll try to, especially after you guys tell me how much you miss me and stuff. I mean, that means a lot. It really does to know that people want to see you on. And all right, Laney, I'm glad I cheered you up a little bit. Thank you. You all cheered me up a little bit. Um, we're all human. We all have feelings, and it's sad stuff people say, especially with everything going on in the world right now. We're all in this together. Think about that. We really are. Um, and if I've ever said anything to anyone that's hurt your feelings and that's why you're doing this, I'm sorry. So, well, thank you, Elysian. I miss you guys too. I'll try to come on tomorrow. It might not be for long because I have to work the next 4 days, Sunday through Wednesday. Um, yeah, that's very true, man. You're very right. That's possibly she might not plead out. Um, oh, I know. I would hate to be. I know. Defendants like her um, are entitled by the Constitution to have a defense. And I would really hate to be a lawyer that was assigned or brought on to defend a person like this. I couldn't do it. Um, well, thank you, Sweet Bilby. That's very nice of you to say. That's very true, Christy May. But some people just won't let things go, and it's really sad if especially if you are terminal and only have a year to live, that you're focusing on one person that Doesn't even matter what they say or do. Well, thank you, IXE or LXE, whatever that is. I'm not sure if that's I or L. IXE. You guys are very nice to me, and I really appreciate that. And I guess I'll talk to you guys hopefully tomorrow night. If I don't see you in the next 4 days, I'll see you guys Thursday, but I'll try to come on for a little bit. But anyway, guys, you take care. You have a good night. Hopefully, we all make it through COVID-19. Um, we're definitely in our uncharted territory. Oh, thank you, sweet Bill. You guys are so nice to me, and I really appreciate that. And um, I want to put this out there that I don't want anyone to attack anyone, and I don't condone anyone attacking anyone or wishing anybody dead or anything like that. And that's not my opinion. I don't wish death or harm on anyone except people like Gannon's stepmom. I do think they deserve certain things, but other than that, I have nothing against anyone. And whatever I've done to anyone, I'm sorry. Hopefully, you can move on. But you guys have a good night, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow. You guys take care. Bye bye.